everyone. Um, if you've come to see me have some salt on camera, here it is. I just watched Donald Trump's acceptance speech, and he will be our next president. And I will have to get used to that. Um, so, I got most of the rest of what I wanted on the ballot. I just didn't get that one little thing, the presidency at the top, and now we're going to have a Republican controlled Congress, presidency, and because uh, Donald Trump's going to be able to nominate a Supreme Court justice, we'll have a Republican Supreme Court. Um, wow. Well, I didn't want deadlock in our government, and I just didn't figure that I would be seeing it happen like this clear path for one party to control everything. Fuck me. Um, so, this was a video that I was going to make regardless of who won the presidency, actually. It is actually just a matter of what was the date that I was going to put in the title. Um, and it's because of some of the lessons that I've learned from some elections that have happened recently, the 2012 and 2016 election cycles. Basically, I wanted to say that today is the day that we start campaigning for the next president after Trump. Right now, before he's even sworn in, with his hand on a Bible and his other hand raised, before that even happens, we need to start campaigning. Um, and I've chosen Elizabeth Warren as the person who I would like to back based on many of the speeches that she's made, many of the um, things that she's done in investigations from Capitol Hill. And so basically, I'm saying we've seen what happens when people throw their hat into the race um, later on. You know, before Bernie Sanders even announced that he wanted to run for president of the United States, Hillary Clinton had already had all of the superdelegates for the Democratic Party lined up to vote for her. You know, she had the whole thing sewn up before anyone thought that it was the appropriate time to say, hey, I'd like to run for president. You know, and I don't want to see that happen again, okay? And what I want in a candidate for the next go around is somebody who had a lot of the same ideas of Bernie Sanders, but somebody who's actually within the Democratic Party, so not somebody who has railed against it for most of their career. So I think that Elizabeth Warren would be a very good choice to put forth for president, to nominate somebody who I think would take all of the Bernie Bros support and also all of the establishment Democratic support and put it together and really make a really good candidate, a really good prospect. So what I'm going to do before Elizabeth Warren's even announced that she's going to run, I'm going to just share a bunch of her speeches on social media to help people get familiar with who she is, and I'm going to do what I can to get people acquainted with some of her better speeches and some of her better moments from C-SPAN, and we'll see how it goes. you know. But I just want you all to know that what I've learned from these past few presidential cycles is you don't start 2 years out, okay? The way that Hillary Clinton made it to the nomination for the Democratic Party is she fucking campaigned for the better part of 12 years, you know. That's how she finally made it to the top of the ticket. And so we need to start early. We need to start right now. Even though, I know some people are probably thinking, oh, that's like how Christmas now has taken over Halloween. You start hearing Christmas music in Walgreens before the Halloween candy is sold. Yeah, I get that. That you don't like these long, drawn out presidential cycles. But if we're going to get what we want, we have to start supporting it early. Right now. Right the fuck now. So, this is me just saying, but before she's even declared it herself that she's running, I'm supporting Elizabeth Warren 2020. To get her name out there. I think it'd be a good way to get that fantasy ticket of just a joining of the Clinton and Sanders type people, all into one solid, consolidated movement. And we have to stop splitting ourselves and stop. Well, in 4 years we'll have a really really good concrete idea of what it is we need to stop. So yeah, start now. Start now. Now is the time to start. And 2 years from now, I hope to see many of you who've been watching my channel join me on my path as I'm about to go become a delegate for a political party again, and make sure that when it really matters, when that time comes, we'll all be in a position to make things happen and not just watch as something very terrible happens.